Please, for the love of God, stop referring to it as your imagination. There is nothing imaginary about the greatest power that you possess. This is how they get you to disempower your own energy. If you don't believe me, look up the definition of the word imagination. It means unrealistic, not imagined, not realized, fictitious, imaginary. Basically they're telling you it doesn't exist. They're psychologically conditioning you to believe the greatest power that you have and the greatest power that you are is a figment of your own imagination. It's nonsense. Refer to it as something else. Say engine of creation. I say sacred space, but you have to stop believing it to be imaginary. There's nothing imaginary about it. After all, how could you possibly use something that doesn't exist? They always tell you, use your imagination. But how can I possibly utilize something that doesn't exist if in your definition it says it's imaginary? Do you see how they stumble over themselves and they don't even know, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing? They're so beside themselves with being so grandiose and so pompous and pretentious, they can't even stop to look at the details of the propaganda that they're regurgitating and disseminating upon the populations of the planet. Go get your phone right now. Look up the definition of word imagination. What does it tell you? It doesn't exist. It's not real. It's fictitious, unrealized, imaginary. That means it doesn't exist. It's not real. It's invisible. It was never created. To refer to your power as saying it's imaginary is the greatest tragedy, and it's a travesty. But they get you to do it to yourself. You guys got to seriously backpedal this stuff and just make a U-turn and go in another direction, because continuing to do that is the reason why you're experiencing these things that you're experiencing, because you're disempowering something that needs your power. That's it. You got to stay connected to the only power that you have. If you're disconnected from it, you're disconnected from your higher self. This is how they get you to do it. And they're freaking good at it. You got to give them credit. I mean, seriously, I swear to God, you got to give them credit. They are very good at what they do. A small group that is outnumbered exponentially by the billions can control a large group just simply by mind control, because you buy into this stuff and you believe it, you make it your reality, and it becomes your life. And then you don't question it because of your belief system and cognitive dissonance. It works perfectly every time. Human beings don't change until now.